Hi guys, welcome to another video this week. So I just finished making this guy. It's a brand new sketchbook, it's completely empty, and since I've just finished it, I was wondering why not film a sketchbook tour. Okay, so this sketchbook I also made. I started this one on July and I finished it maybe last week while I was in Porto with my friend Elena. It took me quite a while to finish this sketchbook. It's not very big, it's just this thick, but it took me quite a while. This sticker is from a friend of mine at Corallinvs, I think. I'll put a link in the description anyway. Okay, so starting off, to see how long this was, this is when I started Mystic Sun Week. And to start off, I just drew all the prompts that there were going to be. They are, my sketchbooks that I make are in landscape position, just because I prefer them. So right now, here was day number 1, which is flower. I was using a mixture of artisan ones, which are these guys. Artisan ones, these guys, and a few dots that some friends of mine gifted me to have my pens, because I love them, the acrylic pens. Starting off here, still with the artisan ones, we got Goddess was the second day, and I just wanted to do something quite simple, so I went with this gal, and I still like it. I quite like what happened here. This page was when I got my beautiful Sennelier watercolors, which are my babies. This was the first color that I got. I started with some basics. I already had this blue. I basically got these ones. I thought it would be a nice palette, and I really wanted to try and create my own palette because there are so many colors that I don't use on the already made palettes. Like you can see there are some here barely touched, like these ones I barely touch them. I don't really use dark browns that much. The greens I don't use that much as well. I obviously love this blue and this I think it's the Amaranth. Yeah, this pink color, I like that one a lot. I knew I wanted Sennelier because I already had this and I really liked it. Going back, this was my first piece with my babies and I still love it. This was a Draw This in Your Style for Tati S.A. Lord, I think. I'll also leave a link in the bottom description. And this one was just a joy to work with. Please ignore this, I spilled super glue here and I'm too lazy to change the craft paper on this. Here, there, no longer here. After this, it's pretty much Sennelier. So this one was the prompt for Mystic Sun Week as well, and it was Flourish. So I wanted to work with the greens and see what greens I could do with this limited color of like this. So I basically just worked with mixing this and this. I really like these yellowish greens more than the more deep ones, so this was right up my alley. After this, I decided I wanted some more colors. The next day from Mystic Sun Week was Sunbath, and I had this silly idea of a girl bathing in suns. It was silly, but I felt like I had to do it. I don't know why, but here she is. It's a silly one. Moving on. These two have a very similar color palette, but I already was using the purples. I was really enjoying this color combination. I adore using the blues with the skin tones. I don't know why, but I really like it. And this was for the prompt fruit. It's a bit weird. I don't hate it at all. It was a bit of indulgent. I do like the lips, how they turn out. I then did Animal. And again, very indulgent piece. I did a cat. This one was very loose. I tried to make it look like it was sort of a galaxy cat. Don't know if that comes true, but it is what I did. And it's not amazing, but alright. I think this is, yeah. This was the last prompt and I'm actually so happy with this one. Prompt was festivity and it was pretty much a reference photo I found and I just added on the little this thing, I don't remember the name in English, and you can see I was very lazy with the hands here, but oh well. I still like it. And my final addition to the palette, because I still had some room. This was a sketch for a Draw This in Your Style for a friend of mine, a Portuguese artist as well. So she is Buns, and she has a Draw This in Your Style. It was already old, it wasn't like I was doing it up to date, but I just fell in love with the character. So I did a little sketch to see if I could nail this type of character. It's very different from what I do, but I really liked it. And so I did two, because I just loved drawing her so much. Oh, by the way, so this is the final palette finished. I do have some extra stuff here that I got in Porto. So in front here I have my first ever White Nights palette pen, which is huge. And this is a Daniel Smith, I think it's green gold or something like that. And these two I got when I was with Elena in Porto last week. She got this tube and she kindly gifted me a little sample, and I bought this. So this is my little custom palette. This gal was so much fun. I love doing the little bow and everything else. I just love the design of this character so much that I had to draw it twice. I was not satisfied with just one drawing. I wanted to explore it more. Moving on, this was my giveaway for Arteza, again with these watercolors, which was the product you could win with the giveaway. So I still do love these watercolors. I like to use them for a very specific thing, which I will show you because I do have a page filled out with these. In this page, I bought a shirt that had a pocket and was plain. So like, I'm gonna do a t-shirt drawing, and I had some little canvas material, so I did a test here. Moving on, this was also Draw This in Your Style. It's from Will Murray. I think I do need to spray all of these with varnish because they do tend to rub off. This gal was, I rediscovered Ecoline. The one thing that I do love, I don't know if you can even tell, but I was using some shiny things when I did this, and the water was shiny, so it has a little bit of sparkle to it. So it was a nice surprise. Underneath is a messy mess, so no need to do that. An also messy mess, and I've put this guy on top to cover it. Yay, cover your mistakes. I was using old materials that I was going to give away. I was using a Pentel brush pen, an aqua I think, and I also was using just some color pencils. This is just, I don't know why I wanted to do some gouache studies. So I just found some pictures and ta-da! And I just did some studies. They're very messy, but I do like them. They're completely different from what I usually do, and it was refreshing. I like this little guy's face. It's cute. Yet another Draw This in Your Style, because there was a time that I did nothing else. And this is from Milo Carbone. Again, I will leave a link. So this gal was so much fun, and I think it's one of my favorite drawings in this whole sketchbook. The gouache is rubbing off here, so I do need to put varnish on these. And this one was for another, yeah, this was for Magic Manifest Week, which I got late, and the prompt it was, you are magic, I am magic. So I did this guy. I actually reverted the colors and I did a little animation in Procreate, so if you want to check that out, you can go to my Instagram. I then also participated in Harvest Tale Week, because it's not enough. It was Flowers and Herbs, the first one. I do love this one. I do like it a lot. Next, we have a sketch. I was trying to do it for the Harvest Tale Week, which was Scarecrow, and I ended up doing it in digital. I had this idea. I wanted to do the person the Scarecrow had, but I wasn't feeling it, so I completely scrapped it, and I ended up doing it in digital. This is a Draw This in Your Style, and I don't like it how it turned out. This is from Lemon Juice Day. It pains me that it didn't work out how I wanted. I think it's the background that it's not dark enough. I should have darkened it up to bring more emphasis to the character, because I do like her hair. This should have been darker as well. It was just a mess. It was a good experience though. Okay, so continuing on Harvest Tale week, because I did try my best to continue, and it was Night Creature. The idea I had in my head was just a night creature made, it's like night if it was a creature. So I just wanted to do like the night sky, and it's cute little eyes. I'm very happy with this one, honestly. Here we had a movie night with some friends, and this was one of the characters. I don't remember the movie name. I'll ask my friend and I'll try and put it in the screen here. And this was one of the main characters. This is actually a guy that cross-dresses as this little Daruma princess. This was again with my friends. We were out in a drawing date, and my friend Joanna Ollie got gifted the Artesa gouache, and I wanted to try it. They did offered it to me, but it's 60 tubes and I did not have the space for that. But just a little try. It's okay. I do prefer my Holbein ones. This was Harvest Tale week's final day was spirits, and of course I'm gonna do a Ouija. And the best part, it shines. It's shiny. Look at this little copper thing color. It's delicious. Moving on. This is very random, but I do like to do these swatches pages. This was after I met with my friend that did this, gave me the sticker. I gifted some products that I didn't use anymore, and she gifted to me some that she didn't as well. And all of these are eco lines. So to put them to the test, I did this gal. She's a bit square, I'm not gonna lie, but it was fun, and I still need to use more of this, guys, because it was so fun. As you can tell, I really love the Lucatex color, which was the big state color in this piece. This page, I honestly don't remember. I think I was going to somewhere, so I wanted to have a page to practice some things. I think I wanted to do negative watercolor, and I never ended up doing it, so it stayed like this, just like that. And this was a swatch of all the paint markers that I have. Carry on. This was, we're not gonna look at this a lot, it's just, this was a try for this one. So to draw this in your style, again, by Milk2. She's another Portuguese artist and a very dear friend of mine, and I wanted to do. So that one was the first try. I failed completely. And this one was the final result. It's not bad. I do love one thing, is that the Holbein gouache works as watercolor. This is gouache. It kills me. This page is blank, but I did fill it with. Ta-da! This is a page from the Mosseri ink. What's it called? Sketchbook that Elena Gaifeng has, and this is 100% cotton paper. And I was whining about like, oh, I don't know if I like cotton paper, and she was like, shut up, let me give you this, you have to try it, bitch. I tried doing this. So I was in Porto when I did this. As I was mentioning, this is what I like to use, the Arteza ones. I love to do these little sort of portrait studies with these watercolors because they allow me to layer them so sharply. I can do lots of details with them, and they're just fun. I like that they're more muted, so they allow me to do this. These two are my favorite. This one I didn't do a lot of shading, as you can tell, but these two I think they came out pretty well. Finally, we're at the last ones. This was the page that I tried. I swatched some stuff with Elena. These are some Magella she had and some Decadent Pies from Prima color ones, and I just did this little test to use some colors that she had. I really like this one, I love it. And then this was at my last day in Porto. I was at a cat cafe and I was just trying to practice hands because I have been very lazy with them. This one's not that great, it was my first one, so I was just sketching some at the end. I really like how this one turned out and this one. Like the colors, this one's not that great, but it was a good practice. And here you can tell that the colors that I got, I had pretty much the same. These two I already had, and these are the ones that I got. They are exactly the same. And to finish off, I haven't showed this anywhere else. This was my test piece for Arteza brush pens and the fine liners. My first ever piece with those materials, just to try them. I was a bit frustrated with the brush pens, so I did give them a shot later on. But here as well, the finalers were my babies. And yeah, this was the swatches of them all when I first got them. I just wanted to see how they worked in this paper, and I didn't quite do much here because it was the end. That was a lot of talking. That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. It's not a process video, but I do find sketchbook tours interesting, so I wanted to do one for you guys. That's it. I'm going to start this guy now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know which drawing you like the most, if you did any of the challenges I did here, and if you have anything at all to say or any questions, feel free, I never know how to say this, feel free to leave down a comment down below. Bye guys, see you next week.